Hello, fellow lovers of the liminal and weird, and welcome to another video by Liminal Spaces. Today we're just going to do a quick channel update, do some news, talk about what we plan to do in the coming weeks, go over our favorite comments, and talk about what we've been watching. But before I get into any of that, I just wanted to say really quickly that, of course, we're still here with my brother, and actually a lot of our family members have kind of congregated here because it's the beginning of summer. So it's been a little bit chaotic over here, but because it's the beginning of the summer, we've been traveling, so we haven't been able to be as consistent in our uploads. But of course, we'll still be uploading throughout the next week and on into summer. A couple of quick news items. The first is that the Gregory Maguire book, Wicked, is getting a new movie release, which looks pretty fun. My daughter is especially excited, and I am as well. I'll go see it with her. I'm not sure if it is a version based on the Maguire book or if it is based on the very popular Broadway play Wicked. I did hear some Idina Menzel vocals in the trailer, so it might be based more on the play than it is on the book. I don't know. We'll have to see when that comes out. And on to Jason for the next bit of news.
Yeah, we found a video game. I think it's called The Invincible. It's based on a Lem novel with the same title. So you're just this adventurer who's on the planet, and you just roam around and try to find out what's happened to the other adventurers. And it looks like it's going to be tons of fun. We haven't got to play it yet, but we've already downloaded it, so we should be playing it soon.
Yeah, the graphics look incredible. We think it's a puzzle game, right?
Yeah, I would say the closest thing to it's probably Myst.
Yeah.
I think it's just a story with crazy puzzles you have to do to get more story.
We're gonna play it, so we'll let you know on the next channel update.
Yeah.
All right, on to what we watched this week.
Yeah, so we watched The Train to Busan, which was super fun. Chris brought it down. I hadn't seen it before, but you'd already seen it.
Yeah, I saw it when it came out.
Yeah, and it's a very well-made zombie movie. If you like zombie movies, I think you'll really enjoy it. I appreciated, this is kind of strange, but I really appreciated that they went from the angle of a disaster movie instead of the angle of a torture movie.
Yeah.
Which is a strange kind of thing, but I feel I didn't watch a lot of The Walking Dead because it was so just humans are terrible.
Yeah, I stopped it after season 1.
Yeah.
I'd had enough at season 1.
Yeah.
Because it did feel like a drama about humans being terrible to each other.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And I feel like this film, instead of going in that direction, which is a legitimate direction, there's plenty of successful things that do that, but this film decided to go from the direction of more like the Poseidon Adventure or something like that, where you just meet like 12 people, and then they're put in this terrible situation where they slowly get picked off. You know, and I don't know that disaster films. I don't watch a lot of disaster films, so the more recent ones, I can't say if they're following that traditional format that I feel like. I don't remember what the burning building disaster film was called. Oh, Towering Inferno.
Yeah, I don't think I ever saw that.
Yeah. They're old. They're all really old.
The last ones I saw all had The Rock in them.
Oh, nice. Right. And you don't kill off the Rock.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not a thing. But if it's just a traditional disaster film, you don't know who's going to live.
Yeah.
You just don't know. And I was pretty surprised by the people who walked out at the end. So if you like Towering Inferno and Poseidon Adventure and that kind of stuff, Train to Busan is excellent.
And if you're a lover of zombie movies,
Yeah.
it's an excellent zombie movie. The zombies are scary, and they're not the traditional walk slow zombies. They're kick butt zombies.
Yeah, it's 28 Days Later type stuff.
Yeah,
A little bit of Z thrown in.
And the stakes are super high, and that's what I really enjoyed about it. Is they really introduced a few characters that really amped up the stakes, and that was really enjoyable. Plus, it's strangely very emotional, like bring Kleenex type of emotional, which you don't usually expect. But yeah, this one hit pretty hard, and it was really enjoyable to watch. I watched Conan, the Barbarian instead of the Destroyer, just because I hadn't seen it in so long, and I came up here. You know, Jason made a great video on Conan the Barbarian. You can go back and see that video. I'll link to it at the end of this one as well. But I hadn't seen it in a long time, and I recently watched Conan the Destroyer and enjoyed that. So I went and watched Conan the Barbarian with his 4K version, and it was incredible. It was really, really fun. It's better than Conan the Destroyer, of course. I liked Conan the Destroyer, but yeah, there's a seriousness to Conan the Barbarian that really lacked in the Destroyer. And one of the things that my sister-in-law, Jason's wife Dana, said was we need a new Conan movie. And I think that's actually pretty accurate, because eventually Conan becomes king, of course. They say that right at the beginning of the Conan movie. And I think it would be really cool to see Arnold Schwarzenegger reprise his role as an aged Conan who is now a troubled king, and maybe give the series a good old reboot. I think it could really work. All right, on to what we are doing next week. I've been traveling, so it means I've had a lot of time to listen to books and read books. So I'm going to be doing 2 novels next week. The first is The Tombs of Atuan. I'm really on a kick for this Earthsea stuff, and it's specifically because I'm enjoying listening to them. So when I drive in the car, I like listening to a book, and I got the first one on Audible and listened to it and talked about it last week, 2 weeks ago. And when I got in the car to come up here, I really wanted to continue that series. So I listened to this one, and I like it better than the first one. This is an incredible book. She took it, in my opinion, a step up. So I'm really excited to talk about this one. I also have been reading some Jack Vance. A lot of people have said that I should check out Jack Vance. So I grabbed his Hugo and Nebula award-winning novel, The Last Castle. And I'm almost done with it. I got about 20 pages left. It is an allegory book. I think it's all about slavery. So it's been an interesting read, to say the least. But I'll have a lot to say about this one as well. So those are the 2 books that I will be looking at next week. And Jason?
Yeah, we're going to go back to Ray Bradbury, of course. I know we had a request for this in the comments, so and we're definitely not going to stop. So yeah, we'll get back to another Ray Bradbury story.
What's the story?
Oh, I don't know what the story is. The Jar.
The Jar.
Yeah. Oh, and we did watch The Skeleton.
Oh, we watched The Skeleton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did watch The Skeleton, and
I'd already seen it. In fact, that's the only connection I had to it. I called Jason after watching his video, because the whole time I was watching his video, I was like, I know this story. And then when he flashed the picture of the Ray Bradbury theater actor, I was like, that's how I know that story. So we jumped into Prime and watched the Skeleton.
Yeah, and it was fun. It's not good. I don't want to say you definitely got to go watch Ray Bradbury theater. There's nothing wrong with it. It's television, and they're trying to adapt stories that are deep and dark, and they're trying to put it on TV, and they're throwing in a little bit of comedy to make sure everybody likes it, and it's the 80s, and it was just fine. It was okay. Definitely read it. Don't try to watch it. Definitely read it.
And then maybe watch it.
Yeah, sure. If you feel like it, if you like kind of campy stuff, and it's just fine. It's just fine. It's just not this.
Yeah.
Make sure that you're reading these, because Ray Bradbury's such an amazing writer, and they can't capture that in a TV show. It's just not going to happen. So we're going to do the next one, The Jar. I do think The Jar's been done before a couple times. There might even be like a Twilight Zone or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, was that the one we were looking at? And we were trying to find that early... The Jar was done early 40s, not in the Twilight Zone. We'll talk about it in the video.
Yeah.
We'll
Once we learn more.
We tried to find it on YouTube, this 50s version take on the jar, and we couldn't find it anywhere. But there's also a 70s remake of it. Is it in October Country?
Oh, I'm not sure. We'll talk about that as well,
Oh, yeah.
of course.
Okay,
I'm
good.
pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
With the success
It's a
that
big
it had.
one, yeah. It's a big one.
Yeah, we'll do all that. So we're gonna do the jar next out of here, and then also we went and saw Furiosa
In IMAX.
in IMAX. Yes, and I don't usually. This will be a weird one for me because I don't have a copy of it. I can't talk about it. It's going to be more like the Dune video, Dune 2. So I'm just going to call it like a review of Furiosa. And that'll be next week as well.
Yeah. All right. What's going on with the channel? Let's start with the comment of the week. And we're actually going to have a repeat for the comment of the week. And I chose this one. Jason didn't choose this one because usually I'm the one doing these channel updates, but it's fun to be able to do them together.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And again, return commenter that we've already talked about. It is from Crit9125, who we'll call Crit for the rest of this. And Crit commented, "You ever think of writing something of your own, like short stories or a novel?" Thank you for that question, Crit. I do write. I have written. I have a tendency to write and love what I'm doing and really enjoy it. My writing gets convoluted because I try to get too weird and too psychological, and it gets encumbered. And usually by the time I'm done with something, I don't like it anymore and don't do anything with it and don't send it in. I have a very artist-like connection with my own work. I've found, honestly, as time went on, I thought being a writer was going to be my real calling throughout life, and I still do love writing, and I've written a few novels and quite a few short stories and did some school for it. And I've found that I actually prefer reading and talking about other people's work. I guess that makes me more of a critic than a writer, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But it's really true. I found that my favorite part of school was not writing my own stories, but reading other people's stories and talking about them in workshops and helping them make their stuff better. I think I'm better at that. I really do. I think I'm good at reading stories and taking them apart and really diving into them. That's what I really love. So this channel feels more right to me than writing ever really did. This is more fun and comes easier as a creative endeavor to me than writing really ever did. And to bring Jason into it, Jason used to be an actor. Right? And you quit doing that. Why did you quit doing that?
Yeah, we've opened a couple theaters in the past, and we've dumped a lot of time into that endeavor, and it just never truly panned out. In order to be successful, I think really in any industry, you've got to be really good at it, and you've got to be really lucky. Both those things need to be true, and it's hard to get both of those to line up. Because you'll get better for a while, and then you'll not do it for a while, and you get worse, and then you'll get lucky, but you got worse, so it didn't matter, but then you get better again, but then you're not lucky, and I mean, it's just the whole thing is a crazy mess. But you do your best, you got to try.
And you always loved talking about actors.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And film and all that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I really do love film, so.
Yeah, so that's an interesting question. Yeah, there is, of course, we both tried to hit our artistic desires and then slowly kind of realized that we just appreciate the art form. Really, truly, we appreciate the art form. So yeah, thank you for that wonderful question, Crit. We appreciate it. Right now, we've got a little over 13,000 subscribers, and it is rising steadily. We appreciate it. We hope you guys enjoyed Stalker Week. Overall, I think people's connection to Stalker is positive, but I was surprised that there's some people that didn't like it. It seems like it's not. I guess it's about the same as Shadow of the Torture was.
And not for everybody.
A lot of not for everybody.
Yeah.
And I can see where people that are coming at it from a negative perspective can come at it, both the movie and the book, honestly. But for us, it was really a very fun week. We kind of lived and breathed that story for 2 weeks, probably, building up to that. So thank you, everyone, for subscribing. To new subscribers, welcome aboard. We're going to be doing a lot more theme weeks and deep reads and all the above. So thank you for joining our channel, and for everybody that's been watching the whole time. We appreciate all of you. All right, so that's what you can expect in the week coming. And anything else?
I don't think so. I think we covered it.
All right. Thank you for watching this video to the end. If you liked it, please click like. If you like this kind of content, please click subscribe. And if you're ever afraid of missing our videos, click the little bell, and that will notify you whenever we release a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching.